Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back, honey. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you stay, I hope you stick around, take a tour. You just might like it. Actually, I know you will. Okay, so guys, for today's video, I will be sharing with you 5 essentials you need as an indie girly. Now, these are things that have been tried and tested by me, of course, and things that I just thought, let me just share in the spirit of Endometriosis Awareness Month. This is a second video I've made where I've forgotten to mention this straight off the bat, immediately going in. So guys, before I go in, I just wanted to wish you all a very lovely Endometriosis Awareness Month. I hope for all my endo girlies, you are being looked after, you are being taken care of, you are being prioritized, you are being loved, you're being seen, you're being showed up for. I mean, that should be happening every single day, but just because it's Endo Awareness Month, I hope it's just a little bit more, just a little extra, because you deserve it. And for those of you who know people who suffer from endo, the sufferers of endo, don't forget to keep spreading the word. Tell people you know about the condition. Share my video. Follow the Endometriosis Awareness Instagram accounts. Like the posts. Share them. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, even if you haven't been following me for a while, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I have been posting relentlessly about endo. I've been talking about my experiences. I've been just yeah, a lot's been going on. Yesterday at work, I had a flare. And I haven't had a flare in a while. I haven't had a flare in a very long time. If you've watched my life update video, you would have known that I'm now leaning more towards holistic practices, holistic methods of treating endo, treating period pains, dealing with inflammation, and that's been serving me very well. Ever since I stopped taking Clara, I've felt so much better. I haven't had a flare in a while. Yes, I've had terrible period pains. The back pain continues to persist. Like just a few things, a few bits and bobs here and there, but for the most part, I felt really great. I feel so much better. I feel like I'm in my body, and so you can imagine my shock when I got a flare out of nowhere, and it lasted the whole day from the minute I got to work until I knocked off at around 4. So that really took me by surprise, because I think my body wasn't used to dealing with a flare in such a long time, because if you constantly deal with flares like I used to, your body just has a way of dealing with them, a way of responding, because it's been happening so often. But then yesterday I was just taken by surprise. I was knocked off my hinges. Please quote me. This is something I say a lot. Please quote me. Or I'll trademark the phrase. I'll trademark it, but in the meantime, just quote me. So I was surprised, and I was also disappointed in my body for doing this to me at such an inconvenient time, because you can't just I couldn't just go home. Like, I don't believe in just going home. I feel like I'll try and do what I can, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll resort to extremes, like going home. I don't know. I just have a very unhealthy relationship with pain and pain tolerance, and so I'm the type of person who I push myself as much as I can, as far as I can, until I can't. So that's not the greatest thing to do. And so I took 3 painkillers after having a sandwich, and then I hadn't had breakfast. So the first meal I had was at around 11. So I had that, and then I took the 3. I think it was 2 painkillers. Yes, 2 painkillers, and then they were not working. And then prior to that, I had called my mom, and I was like, girl, and she knows that I haven't had this problem in a while, and she was like, you know what, just eat, take the painkillers, and then I'll call you, and then we'll see. Then she wasn't calling me, and I was like, let me call her after I'd taken the painkillers and waited an hour, and nothing was happening. And they were really extreme. On a scale of 1 to 10, they were possibly a good 9.5. I felt like I could feel the pain in my back. I could feel it around the abdominal area, in the abdominal region, the pelvic region, and even in my behind. And I was just I was sitting, because I work in an office, And so at least I have the liberty to sit and just work. And I was just sitting there and I'm just like, what the hell? I was so close to tears. And like the people at work don't know what I go through. I try not to just like, I started like a month ago, so more than a month now, but like I try not to, you know, I don't know. I try not to be that girl if it's not necessary. I don't know. And I've been okay for a while now, so I didn't feel the need to do that. And so I was just like, what is going on? What is actually going on? What is going on in the world? Wow. I was distraught. I was distraught and I was just going through the most. But luckily, I had my painkillers. And so after the first two didn't work, I was able to take the third one. And then slowly but surely, the pain did improve a little bit. But I started to feel drowsy because that's one of the side effects of the painkillers that I take. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick my battles. The pain has subsided a little bit. I have to deal with drowsiness, and that's just what it is. And so, in the spirit of Endometriosis Awareness Month, I shared that on my Instagram, I shared that on my stories. I took my mutuals along with me, and they were with me on that journey. Hey, they really were. So many people liked that story. I feel like in their hearts they were like, sure, maman, you'll be okay, girl. And yeah, I was okay. Knocked off, I went home. I saw the girls, my mom and my sister, spent time with them, took a nice warm bath, and I was fine. And I'm okay today. So that was also I think it was a reminder. This endo thing was reminding me who is actually in charge here. Who is the sheriff of this town? Who is in charge of this show? And yeah, for a while I thought it was me, but actually it's not. Now we know this. Gentle reminder. But yeah. So this is just me too. I say all of this to say, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you are missing out on premium content. There are things I don't post yet because, I mean, come on. Diversification, baby. So if you don't follow me on that app, honey, you're missing out. Not on just the endo stuff, on me holistically, because I'm actually a banging ass bitch. I'm a boss ass bitch. Okay, but I'm actually that girl. Respectfully, I'm that girl. Anyway, let's get into the video. I've been rambling. But that was a young story time. Do with that what you will. Anyway, so these are the essentials that you need as an endo girly. An endo warrior, if you will. So, one of the first things I have here are painkillers. These are the ones that I take. I mentioned them in one of my early videos. Let me stop saying early as if I have like 1,000 videos here. It's like not even 10, we'll get there. But yeah, in one of the first videos I spoke about the still pains. I even included a picture, so here I have them in physical form. These expire they expire March 2025. I haven't opened them. I have another box which expires in July of this year, so I've been trying to really use those so that they don't, so when they do expire, it's not like wasted money and wasted, I don't like a waste of a prescription, you know. So these are the still pains that I take. These are painkillers and they work. But like, you know, with painkillers, most endo girlies know, if you take a certain kind of painkiller or medication for so long, for a prolonged amount of time, they stop being as effective as they were initially. This is why I don't take Nurofen anymore. The pink period pain ones, I don't take them anymore because they don't work. So I try not to reach for them as much as I used to, and also because my symptoms have improved, I don't rely on them as much, but I do take them with me when I go to work, when I go out, just in case. Like if I didn't have them yesterday, what would have been my situation? What would have become of me? What would have been my name, you know? So these are the first things that are in my essentials list. Painkillers, it doesn't have to be still pains. These were prescribed to me by my gynae. Your gynae could prescribe a different brand or a different kind of painkiller depending on your pain level, your pain tolerance, how frequent you experience pain, the areas in which you experience pain. Here, what? They don't, there's pharmacetamol, codeine, phosphate, Peppermint, caffeine, anhydrous, and they're sugar free. I don't know, do with that information what you will, but just these are the main ingredients, or the main things in these painkiller boxes. And these painkillers, I mean. So yeah, this is the first thing on my list. You need painkillers, baby. If you are an endo girly, if you suffer from endo, you know that your pain is, it's your name, your first name, pain, and then your last name. Pain is a synonym to your name. Pain is a synonym to your existence. So if you don't have painkillers, it's impossible. You need them. You need them. Unless if you also want to incorporate other ways of treating pain. And so this begs the question, what else is on this list? So if you don't really want to rely heavily on painkillers, and also it's not really like financially sustainable, it's also not physically, it doesn't make sense physically for you to be popping pills every single second of the day. The second thing on the list, we have a hot water bottle. In South Africa, we call this a hot water bottle. In other countries, I'm not sure what you guys call it, but this is the thing. Most people use this in winter. In the winter months, so for us, it's June and July. Also, August does get a little bit. So, yeah. So this is my hot water bottle. I know, it looks hideous. It's the whole scotch thing. Let me tell you guys, I had one. I had a very nice one. But that one burst because I was using it so often. I was using this thing like, I had to fill it up maybe like 3 times in one night. So the thingy, because inside it's like a rubber thingy. The rubber thingy inside, can I show you? You know what a hot water bottle looks like, but hey, let me just show you. The rubber thingy inside, this thing ripped because the thingy, it contains very hot water. And sometimes I boil the water twice so that it lasts a little bit longer. Don't come for me, hey, don't come for me. I don't want people to say, oh, that's a health hazard, it's a risk, I know. But anyway, I gotta do what I gotta do. So this is it, the hot water bottle. I use this for when I am experiencing abdominal pain, pelvic pain. It really helps. Also, if you put it press it against your back, that could also help. But just be careful because it contents, warning, contents are hot. This thing contains boiling water. So if you don't use it carefully, it's also a bit dirty because I haven't had much time to wash it because I use it so much. I've used it so much, and yeah, so when I'm not using it, I forget about it. When I do use it, I'm on it. So just be careful with how you use this thing, because if you lie on it, or you use it in a certain kind of way that could cause it to burst, it will burn you. I have a cousin, sister, friend, uncle, brother, sister, daughter, whatever, who got I don't think it was a 3rd-degree burn, but it was maybe a 1st degree, but it was quite intense, on her foot, because she used to, in winter, she just puts it there in the bed just to warm up the bed. And then, I don't know, I think she slept on it or something like that in the middle of the night, and then boom, it burnt her. So just be careful when you use this thing. So use this thing with caution, but it works. It does cause burns. It does, if used frequently, it can cause burns, hey? But, it's just one of those things. I'm going to make a separate video where I compare the different heat products, for lack of a better word, the different heat products to aid in dealing with pelvic pain and painful muscles and things like that. So this is the second on the list. It's essential. I take this thing with me everywhere I go. I'm on vacation, I take it. It's a writing retreat, I'm taking it. It's in my bed, it stays there. But if I'm going anywhere else, I'm taking it with me. June, July, summer, winter, August, spring. You see what, even in the months, even in the seasons, I use this thing. June, July, summer, autumn, winter. She probably knows my name. And yeah, just find one that's really sizable. When I pack this bad boy with me wherever I go, just empty out the water so that it's flat, take out the cap so that there is no air. If this thing is empty and you open it, if this thing is empty and then you close it, the air might cause it to get a little bit big, and that might take up some space in your luggage. So just empty it out, put the cap, this thingy, in a separate place in your bag, and then you're good to go. Very effective. It really helps. It does have its side effects. I'll talk about this, like I said, in a separate video, but it helps. It's an essential for all the endo girlies, for all the endo warriors out there. You know. If you know, you know. Now you know. The third one, I have turmeric. Turmeric. So this is it's a spice. So it's ground, whatever. It's grounded. So it's a spice. I use turmeric in my cooking. I bought this in the last vlog that I posted. I think it was two Sundays ago. So turmeric, this goes into my smoothies. It goes into my food. I'm so lucky because even at home now, whenever things are being cooked, they add this in there. Yesterday my sister made rice. She put that in there. She really normally doesn't like rice with turmeric, but because of me, it helps with inflammation. It saves my life. They just have to get with the program. So turmeric, if you don't like it, you have no choice now. If you don't know it, turmeric is your friend. The good thing about turmeric is it has a certain smell which is quite strong, but like apart from that, in terms of taste, like it really blends well with like almost anything. That's why I'm able to put it into smoothies and things like that. So just be careful because it can dye your clothing. So if you get it on you by accident, I don't know, it's not coming out. If you get it on like a tabletop, a countertop, you could possibly get that out, but just be careful. It has a tinge. It has an orange tinge. If you have like white nails, if you have like French tips and you wanna use this, be careful. Be careful when you're cooking. Be careful when you're putting it into smoothies. Be careful. You could even use it on your face. This has no relevance to endo. I'm just saying, very multi-purpose, very effective. I love her. For my thumbnail. Maybe not. I don't know. So turmeric. If you do your research, you would know. You would find out that turmeric has really great properties that deal with inflammation to the core. Inflammation. Ever since I started putting this in everything that I eat, things that I cook, obviously, I've seen noticeable differences. So if you have you have endometriosis, I am plugging you. Be plugged. If you didn't know, now you do. The third one here, I have peppermint tea. So I bought this in the last vlog as well. I got this from Woolworths. The turmeric is from Pick and Pay. The prices, I'll include the prices there. I don't remember them off the top of my head. This was probably like 54 rand, 54.99. I'll put the price also. So I got this at Woolworths, and it's just peppermint tea. Peppermint tea helps a lot with bloating. So this is what the tea looks like. Then it has the peppermint leaves thing here. Okay, like the beauty influencers do it. So peppermint tea helps with, like I said, bloating. One of the symptoms of endometriosis is bloating, so you would develop something called an endo belly, which doesn't go away, unfortunately. It doesn't go away easily, and it can be quite painful. So you find that you're unable to eat, you're unable to function. Peppermint tea will save you. She is definitely the girl she thinks she is. I drink this once a day, usually after a meal. So the problem with this tea is the taste is very it's very strong. So if you're eating anything, it will just assume the taste of peppermint. I had this with scones the other day, and then the scones started tasting like they had peppermint in them. I'm not a fan of scones, number one, so we had a problem. So just like drink this separately. If you can handle it. But if you can't, you can have this after you've had a meal, or you can have it like towards the end of the day. Preferably, I think for me, what works more is having this at night. So just have a cup of this like you would normal tea. Then throughout the night, it's just gonna work its way through your system and deal with the bloating. It's not like gonna make the bloating go away like overnight 100%. But for me, I see differences. I drank this once at work, and then my stomach was like, it was like bloated, and then I had a cup of this, and then it looked better. It even felt better. I was even able to eat something else after this. So peppermint tea, peppermint will help you. She is definitely the girl she thinks she is. And then I also have ginger tea. I don't have the box. My mom threw it out because there are not that many left. There are not that many of these guys left. So this is Lifestyle Food Nature's Difference instant ginger drink with honey. So usually ginger tea comes with honey in it, or if it's just ginger tea on its own, you can add a little bit of honey for the taste, because this thing, it's like peppermint tea. Peppermint tea doesn't taste nice. Healthy things don't taste nice. Things that are meant to help you, things that are good for your body, don't taste the best. So don't go in there trying to drink this with expectations of it tasting like manna from heaven. It won't, but it will help you. The same goes with this. Ginger tea helps with nausea. So another symptom of endometriosis is nausea. If it's not the nausea from the endo, it could also be nausea from medication. So a lot of medication cause nausea as a side effect. A lot of medication have nausea as a side effect. So this will aid you in dealing with the nausea, because nausea can be really uncomfortable and it can prevent you from being productive, getting work done. You have deadlines. We are busy people. So the last thing you want is to be lying down there helpless, like feeling like you're about to die, because you're so nauseated, because you feel so nauseous. So yeah, and they say you just put it in hot water, stir it for like a minute, because if you can hear, guys, yeah, it's like grainy thingies. They're like, it's in the form, it's not like the peppermint tea, which is like a tea, an actual tea. This is in the form of grains. So you just put this in hot water, stir it up, and then the grains dissolve. 8% ginger, 5% honey, and there's also sugar in the small thing. So for me, it really makes a difference. It's very effective. I used to drink this like it was, if you could drink the Holy Grail, this was the Holy Grail, and I drank it for my life while I was on Clara, because Clara would make me want to throw up. I would wake up unable to eat because I'm nauseated. I'd wake up unable to function because of the nausea. I wouldn't even be able to sleep because of the nausea. So, side note, if you're taking contraceptives and your contraceptives cause nausea, this could also aid in that. Ginger is great in dealing with nausea. So if you're not just going to have it straight, you could have the tea. If you're not going to have the ginger biscuits, you could also have the tea. I prefer having the tea. Even though I'm in and out of the bathroom peeing, like my life depends on it, and this just adds more liquid into my body to pee out. It really helps in dealing with nausea. Nausea. I feel like you get it. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is, last but not least, we have comfortable underwear. I'm not gonna bring my underwear and show it on the internet, show it to the entire world. That's not gonna happen. You know what underwear looks like. Imagine saying this at the paint. Guys, please. So comfortable underwear. Comfortable underwear for me is underwear that isn't tight, is made of cotton, so that also your vagina is able to breathe and we're not compromising the pH balance and causing more problems than we already have. So yeah, very comfortable. It mustn't be like, it shouldn't be tight. It shouldn't be tight, because tight clothing also causes flares. So comfortable, you're able to move around in it. Also try, and most of the time comfortable underwear is not aesthetically pleasing underwear. So you might have panty lines. It doesn't look like, it's not like, it doesn't scream sexy. Endometriosis is not sexy. Nothing about endo is sexy. So pick your struggle. Try and find something that looks nice but is also comfortable. And if it looks nice, you also feel great, because when you look good, you feel good, that vibe. But if it's not, like, doesn't look the greatest but it's comfortable, it does the job, then perfect. 100%. There's nothing else that you should look for. Should be comfortable, shouldn't be tight around the waist, shouldn't also be tight around the thighs. I'd suggest, I'd give you guys brands, yeah. But this video isn't sponsored, but I'd say most retail stores have really comfortable underwear. So just what I do when I go shopping for underwear, open that thing, baby. Don't say I told you, but open that thing and read, like, what is this made of? Even if you don't read, you can just see underwear that's made of like elastine versus underwear that's made out of cotton. So cotton all the way, should be comfortable around the waist, around your thighs. Yeah, comfortable underwear, because comfort starts from underwear. If you're gonna wear comfortable underwear, even if your clothes aren't that comfortable, at least you've done something. But if you're gonna wear comfortable underwear and comfortable clothing, honey, you've just mitigated the number of things that would cause a flare. And like, your primary concern should be being as comfortable as you can and not doing things or like being exposed to things that will cause a flare, because most of the times flares cause themselves. Blessed don't need an invitation. They don't need you to tell them to come in. They just arrive on their own. But there are certain things that will propel a flare, that will cause a flare to appear, or that will aggravate it and make it more uncomfortable or more painful than it already is. So there you have it, guys. We have painkillers on the list. We have peppermint tea. We have ginger tea. We have the hot water bottle. And the fifth one is comfortable underwear. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't come on this channel and lie and say Shoma doesn't plug you, because I do. I tell you, I give you gems. And you could thank me by liking the video and subscribing, honestly speaking, but hey. So these are the things that I use. These are essential to my life. In your budget, include money that will help you buy these things. So make room for these things in your life. Make room for these things in your budget, in your pocket. It will really make a difference. You will be happier, you will be calmer, you will feel much better in your body, and it will just make living with endo a little bit more easier than it normally is. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you can take this with you going forward into the new week as we celebrate Endometriosis Awareness Month. Here's just one other thing that you can add to your list of things you know about endo, and things that will help make your life a little bit more bearable as you tackle this condition. So I love you guys for watching. Thank you for staying up until the end. If you are here, really, it's the end of the video, and you've stayed, you've held on, you might as well just subscribe. Please like the video, subscribe, turn on the post notifications bell so that when there's a new episode of the Endo Diaries, you are one of the first people to know. And I'll see you in the next one. If there's anything else that I possibly forgot from this list or something that helps you, please feel free to mention it in the comment section below. You don't know who you could be helping. I also probably don't know about it. You could be making my life 10 times easier as well. So please just do that as well. And I'll see you in the next one. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye.
Look at you. So many things are changing.